Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to where I think it went left. I was working for NFL Network, and they asked me who were the top corners in the game. And see, I hate to do that. I hate to do that. I think this was the first and the last time I ever gave a ranking. I'm telling you, you don't know that. That was the first and the last time. Okay. And I said, blah, 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 blah. Then I said, Asante Samuel is the best off corner in the game. And you didn't want that. You didn't want that.
Is that how that started? I didn't even realize that, man. I don't even realize
That's what I said. I said,
I probably don't remember.
I lined up maybe three corners. Then I said, you were the best off corner. But you heard me say off corner, and you went off. That's where it went left.
Where it went left.
So what was wrong with that? Because I was just being 100. Like what I would have wished that you did, I wish you would have traveled.
Right.
I wish you would have took the dog and took him out the game because I know you was capable. But y'all didn't do that.
Right.
So it was hard for me to say that when, you got Reeves out there and some of the other cats out there when they were traveling.
Right. That's a good point. Hey, see, we got different perspectives, right? Now let's talk about that, right? Because, Coach, you basically pioneered the term lockdown corner, right?
Right.
But you also intercepted a lot of passes, right?
True.
And now, in my opinion, I think corners today, shadowing receivers, is a little overrated. Since you did it. Now, it's more about hype and publicity, not production. You know what I mean? Tell me your thoughts on that, because I got a response.
It's still some dogs out there that travel. Like to get my ultimate respect, you got to travel. You like,
hold on.
like I like when you interrupt. I like when you interrupt. I like that. Now both of us from Florida, we got that in. See, it was no if and buts about it. When we were playing San Francisco, I know I had Jerry.
Right.
When we were playing that, I know I had Mike. It was like a matchup. You can't sell me no matchup and don't give me the matchup. It's like basketball. When you tell me, okay, we got Jordan versus Gary Payton or whatever, I want to see Gary Payton and Jordan go at it. Don't give me nothing else.
Right.
So I wanted to see you against the dogs.
Right. And that was every team, every coach I ever played for. Actually, my first 2 seasons, we matched up. When Ty Law was there, we actually matched up. But the reason why I wasn't interested in matching up, because I wasn't getting the ball like I was getting in practice against Tom Brady. So let me explain this to you, right? Like I say, you the one pioneered that term lockdown corner, but you have 50 interceptions. Nobody is doing that no more, right? So how I looked at it, Coach, right? The quarterback was in control of the football.
True.
Most quarterbacks are right-handed.
True.
And most passes go to the right side, the defensive left side, right? So my mindset was, I'm going to take away the quarterback's favorite side to throw to. And that's going to create a disadvantage for advantage for the defense. So I'm playing the quarterback. I don't wish to play the receiver because the quarterback has to get the ball to the receiver. So that was my mindset. But nobody understood what I was doing. So it's like it kind of got washed out. So you compare me against any quarterback, against Peyton Manning, against Eli Manning, you know what I mean?
You got yours.
Right.
But what we wanted to see was the matchup.
Right.
Like, I want to see you, Julio, get down. I want to see you. I want to see you and them dogs get down. That's what I want to see. Now, when I saw that, I would have said, hey, now they did break the huddle and come to your side and you handled it up.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
You know I had that.
I got another one. Nobody wants to talk about. We can't just count interceptions. We got to count touchdowns too now.
Touchdowns count.
We got to count touchdowns too now.
Touchdowns count.
I can't have nobody talking about now. I'm just not pointing the finger at you that they had 40 picks, but they gave up 40 TDs now. That ain't right.
Right. Now, see, that ain't player. And that's why I say stats is so important. When people say stats don't matter, yes, because you can look at every stats, how many balls you got caught on you, how many times you intercepted the ball. And like I said, Coach, just because somebody locked somebody down and they only have 30 receiving yards, Coach, right? And they have no interceptions and no pass breakups. That's a team win. The defense did that. The defensive line made them throw some bad balls and stuff like. My thing is, if you lock somebody down, you're gonna have pass breakups and interceptions when you're going one-on-one. That's why I say it's overrated now.
It's kind of overrated, but I remember going years with barely any work.
Yeah.
That's why I cried and went and said, let me go play some offense. Excuse me, because I ain't getting no work. Let me go play some offense because I need some work. Then you get bored. Then when you get bored, you sitting up there taking a chance that you shouldn't take. Mm-hmm. Now you get got and you worried about that for the rest of the week because you got taking a stupid chance instead of just being patient.
But that was you, coach. That was you. You getting the ball. You're locking it down. They're terrified to throw to you, coach. They're terrified to throw to you because you're intercepting the ball.
But it was hard to get numbers.
Right, but you're still intercepting the ball.
But it was hard to get numbers.
That
so
and the ball.
Throw your numbers up, I'm like, he can't just throw his numbers up because it was hard to get numbers because the ball ain't coming over here.
Right. Now, let me show you something. Now, this might blow your mind. The NFL doesn't want to show this, and they don't even put this in the rankings because they know they missed it so bad and they want to give the credit to somebody else. But I'm going to show you this, coach, and I'm sure you've never seen this before, and I'm bringing it up on the screen. Can you see that, coach?
Mm-hmm.
Read the bottom if you get some help. I'll help you read. I'll read it.
Asante Samuel, 36 targets, 3.2 yards per pass, 7 picks. Reeves, 55 targets, 5.6, no picks. Nnamdi Asomugha, 31 targets, 5.9. Okay.
Now read that last part at the bottom.
According to PFF, Asante was rated third on the tops in the league, like the rest of his numbers. That's one interception every 5 times he was thrown at. Dog, I ain't arguing that you wasn't a dog.
No.
I wanted you to go with the cat.
Yeah, but this ain't about you arguing. I'm just saying you never heard of that and you would never thought that. But they said somebody else had the best season.
Because we went with the PFF and all that back then. Our naked eyes, right? Our naked eyes.
Naked eyes.
It's right. like when our kids train, they put on this thing on their chest and they give them the numbers. I said, I can look at him right now and tell he's tired. Don't give me that. I don't know. I don't need all that to tell me he's lazy, to tell me he's tired. Right. I would never argue that you wasn't that.
Right.
I was just mad that you didn't travel, dog.
Right. And I'm living in my own world balling. I have no clue. I just think I'm balling and I should be getting the credit. But in the meantime, everybody else getting the credit. Now you take a person like Richard Sherman, right? He didn't really travel that much. He played the same style. He probably traveled some, but he still gets his credit because he taught. I remember him at the Atlanta game. He was going at Reeves, and I'm looking at him like, who is this guy?
He was vocal.
And he was vocal, you know what I mean?
Now you want to retire and become vocal. now you want to go.